a complete guide to creating beautiful outdoor winter displays. Your garden doesn't have to look dead and boring when winter arrives. In fact, the coldest months of the year offer some of the most stunning opportunities to create outdoor displays that will make your neighbors stop and stare. The secret? Combining evergreen branches, colorful berries, dried flowers, and unique textures to build arrangements that actually improve as temperatures drop. By the end of this guide, you'll discover 14 different ways to transform any outdoor space into a winter wonderland. And if you love gardening as much as we do, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below telling us which design speaks to you most. Understanding the foundation. Before we explore the specific arrangements, let's talk about what makes winter container gardening different from other seasons. The design principles come from landscape architect Marcus Kellerman, who works in the greater Chicago area. Marcus specializes in creating outdoor spaces that overflow with fresh evergreen scents and unexpected bursts of color during the colder months. The key difference between summer and winter gardening lies in planning. Summer gardens feature blooming flowers that fade quickly. Winter gardens, however, use materials that last for months. This means your effort creates longer-lasting beauty, which is why more gardeners are turning to this approach. Make sure you share this video with friends who garden. They'll thank you for the inspiration.
Winter container garden design number 1, spikes and berries. Let's start with a classic combination that never fails. This design pairs tall, dramatic spikes with bright berries for visual interest. Cardinal dogwood spikes create a vertical element that towers above surrounding plants. These spikes catch light and draw the eye upward. When you place them alongside Fraser fir trees and winterberry holly, you create a strong focal point that works from any distance. The winterberry holly produces bright red berries that persist throughout the entire cold season. These berries contrast beautifully against dark evergreen foliage. The contrast is what makes this design pop, especially on gray winter days. This arrangement works in regular garden pots, large urns, or even purpose-built containers. The height variation prevents the design from looking flat or boring.
Winter container garden design number 2, textured combinations. Now, let's explore designs built on texture rather than color alone. Spikes of cardinal dogwood can be combined with multiple types of evergreens. Fraser fir, white pine, Scotch pine, and winterberry holly create a foundation. Add dyed eucalyptus and caspia to introduce lighter tones and delicate textures. This approach works because it engages multiple senses. Your eyes see color variety. Your hands notice different leaf textures. Even from indoors, looking through a window, these arrangements reward close inspection. The beauty of texture-based designs is their flexibility. You can work with what grows locally and supplement with purchased materials. This keeps costs down while maintaining visual interest. Remember to like this video if you're finding these ideas helpful. Your engagement helps other gardeners discover these techniques. Winter container garden design number 3, magical mix of elements. This design celebrates abundance and variety in a single container. Combine multiple types of spruce with silver fir and Port Orford cedar. These evergreens form your base layer. Then, introduce juniper branches, which add feathery texture. Add branches of Stoneham gold cedar for a subtle yellow-green tone. The magic happens when you introduce accent colors. Orange-hued eucalyptus brings warmth. Purple caspia adds elegance. Southern magnolia leaves contribute size and structure. The key principle here is balance. You want enough variety to feel interesting, but organized enough that the design doesn't look chaotic. Think of it like a musical composition, where different instruments play together in harmony. This design works in larger containers where you have room for all these elements. A wide planter or substantial urn gives you the space needed for proper arrangement.
Winter container garden design number 4, repurposed container magic. Who says containers have to be traditional pots and urns? Think creatively about vessels. A vintage wheelbarrow that holds annual flowers during warm months transforms beautifully for winter.
The shape naturally creates a wide, open space perfect for branches. Fill it with branches of noble fir, Port Orford cedar, dried eucalyptus, and winterberry holly. The wheelbarrow shape creates depth naturally. Taller branches go in the back or center. Shorter materials fill the front. The raised sides contain everything neatly while displaying the arrangement prominently. This approach works because it repurposes items already in your yard. No need to buy new containers when vintage pieces work wonderfully. It also creates a talking point when guests visit. Everyone notices a creative container choice. Important winter gardening tip: protecting your containers. Here's something many gardeners overlook, and it causes expensive problems. Wind, ice, and snow put enormous stress on containers. Water freezes and expands, cracking even sturdy pots. However, many winter arrangements can last through the entire season if you take one precaution. Insert plastic liner pots that measure 1 inch smaller than your outer container. This creates an air gap that allows some expansion. When water freezes, it doesn't put as much pressure directly on your decorative pot. This simple step prevents cracks and extends the life of your containers through multiple seasons. It's a small investment that saves money and frustration. Your future self will appreciate the wisdom of this decision.
Winter garden design number 5. Wall displays for vertical impact. Not all winter gardens sit on the ground. Wall-mounted designs create interest at eye level and save space. A wire wall container lined with moss and filled with florist foam provides the structure. Fill it with Fraser fir as your base. Add burgundy-dyed eucalyptus for color. Include purple caspia for delicate texture. Winterberry holly provides those crucial berries. Finally, add poppy pods for architectural interest. This arrangement catches light from multiple angles. Visitors notice the design from different positions in your yard. The vertical orientation also means weather elements like wind pass through rather than pressing down on the arrangement. Wall designs work especially well for front entryways. They greet visitors immediately and don't clutter floor space. Enhancing your arrangement, mixing live and dried materials. Let's talk about a technique that makes your winter gardens both fragrant and beautiful. Combine fresh living materials with dried elements. During late summer and early fall, identify flowers you want to preserve. Hydrangea blooms, allium flowers, and astilbe all dry beautifully in a warm location. At the end of September, stop removing dead flowers from roses. Instead, let them develop into colorful rose hips. These hips become gorgeous material for winter arrangements. The combination approach offers several advantages. Fresh evergreens provide authentic scent that fills your outdoor space. Dried materials add color variation and interesting textures. Together, they create arrangements with visual and olfactory appeal. This technique also means you use less of your purchase materials because homegrown additions stretch your supply. Economical and beautiful wins.
Winter container garden design number 6. Elegant urn arrangements. Formal settings deserve formal designs. Elegant urns showcase refined combinations beautifully. Start with a foundation of spruce and cedar branches inserted into florist foam. This creates your structural base. Then add caspia, which has a delicate, airy quality. Attach pine cones to wooden picks, which gives you control over placement. Wire everything securely to your picks. The key technique here is packing materials tightly. This allows you to remove individual branches as they age without compromising the overall fullness. By mid-season, you can remove branches past their prime and still maintain a spectacular appearance. The tight packing means there's material behind the removed branch to fill the gap. Elegant urn designs work as focal points in formal gardens or as decorative elements flanking doors and gates. Winter container garden design number 7. Festive evergreen abundance. Sometimes you want something that feels absolutely celebratory and full. Take a potted Fraser fir tree as your foundation. Add dried artichokes and pear gourds for unexpected texture. Include dyed eucalyptus for color. Purple caspia adds airiness. Astilbe seed pods create delicate texture. Dried hydrangea blooms bring softness. Finish with a pine cone garland that wraps around the arrangement. This design celebrates abundance.
Every element has been carefully chosen and placed to create a festive feeling. The combination of materials creates surprise and delight when viewers study the arrangement closely. This style works beautifully in prominent locations where people will notice the effort and detail involved. Winter Container Garden Design 8. Natural Layer Approach. Sometimes the best designs feel organic and unplanned, even though they actually involve careful consideration. Layer pine cones as your base. Add rose hips for color. Include dried pomegranates, which contribute rich color and interesting shape. Sweet gum pods add architectural form. Fill remaining spaces with moss. This layering approach resembles nature itself. You're recreating what happens on a forest floor or garden bed after seasons of growth. The casual appearance masks the intentional arrangement beneath. Start by using materials from your own garden first. These are free, sustainable, and connect your design to your specific landscape. Then, accent with additional materials from elsewhere if needed. Winter Container Garden Design 9. Colorful burst arrangements. When you want maximum visual impact, reach for bright colors and warm tones. This multi-hued arrangement celebrates gold and orange accents throughout. Include rose hips for natural red. Add yellow dogwood branches for brightness. Dried astilbe contributes pale texture. Goldenrod brings additional yellow tones. Bittersweet adds red and orange berry clusters. Combine these with Fraser fir, juniper, and Stoneham gold cedar branches. The color theory behind this design works because warm colors create feelings of energy and celebration. These tones especially shine against winter's gray skies and dormant landscape. Here's a professional technique that extends the life of your berries. Mist them beforehand with a commercially available wax spray. You can purchase this at craft stores or ask your local florist. The wax seals moisture within the berries, preventing them from shriveling. This simple step keeps berries on branches throughout the entire season, maintaining the arrangement's appearance from November through March.
Winter Container Garden Design Number 10. Branching out with movement. Some designs emphasize dramatic lines and movement. Start with branches of corkscrew willow and yellow dogwood. These dramatic, twisting branches shoot upward and outward, creating dynamic movement. Fill the surrounding space with bittersweet, cedar, southern magnolia, eucalyptus, and dried hydrangea. This approach works because it emphasizes form over color. The twisted willow branches command attention. The arrangement draws the eye upward and around in an engaging way. It's more sculptural than traditional gardening designs. These dynamic arrangements work particularly well in modern settings or contemporary gardens. They break away from expected holiday color schemes. Holiday color schemes, beyond red and green. Let's address something many people think about it this season. Holiday containers needn't stick to traditional red and green combinations. Consider these alternative color combinations. Birch branches with corkscrew willow create pale, elegant forms. Yellow dogwood contributes warmth. Bittersweet adds berry clusters. Goldenrod introduces bright yellow. Dried autumn joy sedum provides dusky rose tones. Add tree bark and lichen for natural texture and color variation. These combinations feel sophisticated while remaining connected to the natural world. They work beautifully with contemporary home designs and modern landscaping approaches. The freedom to move beyond traditional colors means your winter designs can reflect your personal aesthetic rather than following convention. Winter Container Garden Design 11, Textured Coastal Style. Bring coastal elements into your winter design with unconventional materials. Birch branches provide pale structure. Driftwood pieces, possibly collected from family trips or lake visits, add character and history. Lichen growing naturally on wood contributes unexpected color variation. These elements combine with juniper and Scotch pine to create a sophisticated, beachy aesthetic. This style works beautifully for people who love natural materials and unconventional design. It tells a story through collected materials and personal treasures. Winter Container Garden Design 12, Modern Geometric Approach. Contemporary design enthusiasts will appreciate this modern approach. Select a geometric bowl with clean lines and interesting shape. Fill it with Port Orford cedar, yellow dogwood branches, deodar cedar, and driftwood. Add moss-covered fruitwood and assorted pine cones. The geometric container becomes part of the design statement itself. The arrangement within honors modern aesthetic principles, clean lines, interesting form, and restrained color palette. The natural materials soften the geometric edges, creating balance. This design works in minimalist gardens or contemporary home settings. It proves that winter gardening can feel completely modern and current rather than traditional or vintage.
Winter Container Garden Design number 13. Instant hospitality at your entrance. Sometimes the best designs are the simplest ones, especially when you want to welcome guests. A no-fuss pairing of Port Orford cedar and winterberry holly stems provides immediate festive character to your front entry. No complicated arrangements, no excessive materials. Just two elements working together beautifully. This approach has practical advantages. It's quick to assemble, it requires minimal materials, and it can be created in minutes when guests arrive unexpectedly. Here's a hospitality tip. Expecting holiday house guests? A front porch container overflowing with evergreens and plant materials from your garden provides an instant welcome before anyone even enters your home. This simple gesture says, "I'm glad you're here," without requiring elaborate preparation. Winter Container Garden Design number 14. Simple elegance in window boxes. Sometimes simplicity achieves the greatest impact. White pine branches spilling out of a window box create understated elegance. When fresh snow lands on the branches, the contrast between green needles and white snow creates a picture-perfect scene. No additional materials needed. This design reminds us that winter itself provides abundance. You don't need complex arrangements when nature offers its own beauty. A simple framework showcases what's already available. This approach works especially well in farmhouse or traditional architecture settings. The simplicity complements classic home designs beautifully.
Bringing it all together, you've now explored 14 different approaches to winter container gardening. Each design offers different benefits. Some emphasize color, others celebrate texture and form. Some are complex and elaborate, others achieve beauty through simplicity. Some use purchased materials exclusively, others combine homegrown and store-bought elements. The diversity means there's an approach for every gardener, every home style, and every skill level. Tips for your own designs. Start with one design that resonates with you. Gather your materials. Take your time with the arrangement process. Step back frequently to assess your work from different angles. Remember that winter container gardening doesn't require expensive materials. Many elements come from your own garden. Fall flowers dried naturally, branches pruned during regular maintenance, leaves and pods collected during walks. Your arrangements will improve with practice. Your first attempt won't look exactly like professional designs, but that's wonderful. Your unique arrangement tells your story and reflects your taste. You've invested time learning these techniques. Now it's time to create your own winter masterpiece. Would you subscribe to Senior's Gardening Advice for more seasonal gardening inspiration? Leave a comment below telling us which of these 14 designs you want to try first. Share this video with fellow gardeners who would love these ideas. Your winter garden awaits. The materials are available. The season is right. The only thing missing is your creative effort. Get outside, build something beautiful, make your outdoor space a source of joy throughout the cold months. Thank you for spending this time with me, Sam, learning about winter container gardening. Your garden will be better for it.